supplement UAWE-17 details. According to their testimony, the agents have been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino and discovered a room key by performing a ritual C-file MOT-01. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error after pulling another motel cord. Found inside this room, they were transported into the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in Butte have began appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, redact light cords have been found in the oldest house located in redact sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel. Through how they exactly link this operates. Though exactly how this link operates is redacted, but initial hypothesis center on Butte AWE as a redact see Dr. Darling presentation 24.3 for more details. I don't have the presentation. Another one. Okay, people who've used the hotline, cool. I don't need to read that one.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
Alright, fly me away. Yeah, that's the hotline. Okay, we weren't teleported just yet. I think it's one more. Stand here. Yep, they've got down to the science.
Been here before?
I'm gonna say no.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Just like the file said. Guess the agency uses this motel as like a way to hot travel to wherever they gotta go. Kind of disturbing that they've mastered investigating this stuff so much to where they're manipulating it on their own now. We'll walk around a little bit because I'm just curious. Hello.
Hello? Anyone here?
Okay, this opens and closes different doors within the motel. Someone we need to get into. Now this room's open.
key has a black pyramid on it.
Well, it's a cozy enough room. I'd live in it. But yeah, that'll get us into the room with the black pyramid. And I'm pretty sure that all three rooms are identical. Can I please get some service? You people are despicable. I'm going to leave you the worst Yelp review. I'm tired of your bullshit. Okay. Time to move on. Go to that middle room, make sure it's no different because I'm trying to be thorough. I feel like we're going to come back here later in the story. Is that me? How were you walking behind me long enough to paint me without me knowing? This world is a fucked up place. Okay. I guess it wasn't good enough. Just do it again. I think the magic's running out. Now it's time to listen to our future. I'm back in this hallucination realm. This astral plane will not stop fucking with me. Oh god, I thought it was a... My bad, I thought it was an actual, just like, pathway. This being does not want me here, so I will leave. Oh god, the astral plane is ripping itself apart. Do you see this jittering? Okay, so these entities will chase us if we're within the track of their movement. Means we're probably going to encounter them later on. I will reach this Bakelite phone. Compulsive weekly calls. The hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional entities. Alright! You thought you could hide from me, but I got you, phone.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team.
my management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tommasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
And we're back in the director's office.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
Yeah, we do.
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
Okay. So now we're fully the director now that we've gained access to that hotline that allows us to communicate to the board and previous directors. Puts us here whatever's left of Trench. I am loving this game so far. I'm glad I finally have a good enough computer to run it now. And I'm really curious to see where things go from here. We're going to take everything that we've learned and go back to Emily Pope. Because if anyone can tell us, she can. And we're back at the director's office. And Trench's body's gone. Bureau finding. Federal Bureau of Control, to all executive staff. I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many aspects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line and another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Oh, wait, we have even more collectibles. Case files. Hotline. OOP3-UE. Containment procedure. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Description/per utility. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. Phone weighs redact. The object allows the director to communicate with the redact, which we know it's the board. If anyone other than the director uses the object will cause lethal redact. See Dr. Darling. Presentation 11.6 for more information. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. The battery of tests were run on the object, including redact and redact, but the origin remains unknown. Acquired in 1965. Multimedia. It's just the hotline. And the hotline itself. Control points, hotline, management team, coming storm. The directorship, Ocean View Hotel. Okay, I think these are all of Trench's echoes that can be said back to us. Central Executive. Oh, we can now go in here because we have clearance level 1. Nice! I'm so powerful! Bunch of old film reels. What do we got here? Agent Def notification. Federal Bureau of Control. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Plotz, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Plotz, was killed in active duty this past week. While details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in service of his country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, Howard J. Murray, Deputy Chief of Communications, Federal Bureau of Control. Well, he used the guidelines perfectly. I need clearance level 4. I'm just a pleb clearance level 1 now. Okay, and these guys really haven't been up to too much while we were gone. He gave me some pistachio brand pistachios. Oh, how did I miss this? Shifted bathroom complaint. Federal Bureau of Control. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. Poor guy. Alright. We just gotta go talk to Pope. She should be in this office still. Yup.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. Glad.
Emily? Let's talk. Of course.
First, let me get this file. Initial impressions. Analysis of the Hiss threat, Part 1, confidential. Initial encounters with an entity known as the Hiss have revealed various behavioral facts. Most notably, the Hiss are able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed that theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on a Hiss corrupted enemy, but unfortunately process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the hiss. More work must be done. Refer to file, redact for full report. Okay, so just recapping what we know about the hiss. Sorry about that cut. I had to step away for a second. Yeah, Emily, pretty much the hiss situation is still bad. They're trying to infect the board's astral plane. They're trying to get into my brain. They got Tommasi. The mailroom is a mess. And I now have this floppy disk that lets me throw things with my brain.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tommasi, but he's gone. Where is he? Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that in the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Interesting. How tall is the oldest house? It's like it goes into infinity. What the fuck? Okay, so we can upgrade our character at the control points. Alright. I think it's time we have another conversation with Emily.
Hi, Jesse.
Thanks,
Okay.
Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Okay, and it seems like more people that...
Hope has asked us to document the hiss incantation, she calls it. In person, or on the pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Yeah, that does sound suicidal. Okay, seems like more survivors from this region are starting to show up here now. Okay. So we gotta find the maintenance sector to lift the lockdown to actually start combating the hiss. And Pope's agreed to test Jessie. Well, Pope proposed to test Jessie to find out more about her. And Jessie said yes, so she can learn more about her brother that's missing and more about herself and her own psychic abilities. Collective unconscious. Enhance. Examination of paranatural topics. Collective unconscious. Summary. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of the unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconsciousness, knowledge linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Jung Report, page 12 through 34. Through this collective unconsciousness, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images is shared by a massive population, is redact in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of redacted is exuded is attracted to the best representation of that image, imbuing a single object with massive amounts of redacted. Theoretically, places of power could likewise be formed by the simple power of sustained collective belief. Refer to file 5-41-7532 for full report. Okay, so as the board's saying, the more we do tasks for them, the more powerful it's going to make us. I will say the game has nailed like the 1970s like workplace aesthetic while still making it seem sci-fi and futuristic.
There's some trench with short dead. The situation getting worse.
I saw a trench.
Dein Word wird me in the maintenance.
I will meet you in the maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
And why does it keep showing him like he's some Lovecraftian entity?